No, don't do that. It's just gonna fall. It's just gonna fall. Bryce, put it back.
Great. I have to edit that now, you dick. Because you just peeked the mic by fucking dragging it around.
I just told you.
It was on.
It was on.
It is on.
Oh, shit. Well, we just cut all of that. But we could call this,
like backseat confessionals.
It sounds like we're about to talk about some rocky shit. Yo,
right.
So who was the last hoe you fucked? Oh, right.
E3 2018.
Oh.
Crazy shit.
Okay. So Anita.
So now we can talk about it as a group.
Okay, well, yeah. So
Cyberpunk.
All right. What's up, everybody? This is Bryce.
I'm Isaac.
And I'm Zach.
And this is a continuation of the biz.
This is Riding with the Biz.
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go, Riding with the Biz. That's fucking good. Okay, yeah. So right now we're in the car.
How do you spell Anita Sarkisian trash?
Anita
Sorry.
I hope that shit picked up. That was great.
Every time I hear her name, it's trash.
How do you spell Anita Sarkisian trash?
How you spell Anita Sarkisian? T-R-A-S-H. Trash. Oh.
So what you do now?
Yo, so fuck, where is it at? It's Polygone. They wrote an article because Polygone is also fucking hot garbage.
Okay, but before we continue, we should just mention Cyberpunk 2077.
It's awesome.
Oh, this the shit, man.
It's an upcoming game by CD Projekt Red, the guys who made The Witcher 1 through 3, because they're all by the same developer.
Yes.
And Cyberpunk is their new game, confirmed to be an FPS set in where else? The year 2077, in the basically worst place to live in America.
Detroit?
Touche, motherfucker. Touche.
What was the city called again?
It's Night City in Northern California, which is the sad part. But it's like, no, it really could just be Detroit.
But it's the worst place to live in America, confirmed in that universe.
Yes,
listen, if you haven't watched the trailer for Cyberpunk 2077, watch the trailer.
Glorify it still.
Nah, they just go watch the trailer. It's awesome.
But
it's Cyberpunk.
Leave this running on in the background so we still get the view minutes, and then rewind it.
But the big thing is that they said it's first person and you can make your own character, so you can choose name, sex, maybe age, I'm not sure, and your gender. They were very specific on that.
And
word.
Background. Oh,
and background.
I'm about to tell you, there's a reason why. I'm about to tell y'all exactly the reason why there is.
Did you guys catch the secret shit they put in their trailer?
Oh, you mean the Witcher codes?
Yeah.
The Witcher codes that they had, yeah, as well as
some other
they
stuff.
did a little bit of QA in those fucking things too.
Did they really?
They talked about. They even said, when is it going to be out? We don't know. But hey, it takes a while to make these games, and you know us, we make great games. It's essentially what they said.
Look, CD Projekt gods, that's what they are, right?
Oh, you're right.
So, all right. So, Anita has a non-profit organization called the Feminist Frequency. What does this organization do? No one can honestly figure it out. But this year they decided to release an annual breakdown of gender roles in E3 games today. This is from an article on Polygon. Do not go to their site. They do not need the traffic for this fucking shit. But
wow,
I'm gonna read it so you guys.
Brought you by fucking Polygon.
Fuck them.
Go on.
Trash ass site.
Right.
So yes, they released an annual breakdown of gender roles in E3 games. We're gonna let that sink in first.
Okay.
Now, if anyone who's watched E3 this year knows, a lot of the controversy that is surrounding E3 is right now the gender of the main characters, i.e. Ellie being a woman and a lesbian, and the infamous Last of Us kiss.
I saw that.
The daughter of Marcus from Gears, the daughters from
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
So. The woman on the cover of Battlefield, etc. Like the list just keeps going on about women in games. So hold on.
Okay.
Disclaimer: we in this podcast have no issues with women in gaming. In fact, we love women in gaming. I personally like to play as a woman when I can choose my own gender, because why would I want to look at a dude?
I support all people of all types just being in video games. If you want to make someone in your main character as not normal, or normal, take that out, as non-binary, fucking do it.
Now,
well, I mean, I was just gonna say, I just support good characters.
Agreed.
If you're a shit character, I don't give a shit what your fucking background is. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Facts. So, her report states that the share of games at the show featuring women in leading roles is at 8%. By contrast, feminist frequency counted 24% of games with a clear male lead. Half of games at the show allow players to choose gender. A further 5% are gender ambiguous. So let's break that down. 24% of leading characters are male in games. 8% are women. That is 1/3. Now, if we really honestly be honest with ourselves, statistics, who actually plays console games? We're not talking about mobile games, because yes, statistically, more women play mobile games than men. But console gaming, talking PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, let's be real, more men play those.
There's actually a recent like poll and study done about the gender / sex.
But okay, is it in gaming as a whole? Because they add mobile gaming into that, and that's
no, they broke
huge.
it down. They broke it down to PC, specific consoles as a whole. They broke it all down.
Do you remember what the
fucking art? You're gonna have to look up that article. It should be easy to find. But
what was it called?
Just look up fucking.
Look up fucking. Don't do that.
And this is when you don't have articles
at the same time.
ready. Okay.
I didn't know you'd bring this up though.
All right. Either way, do you remember? Was it with women 50% of console gaming?
They're just like in console gaming. They're like at 30.
So wait a second.
It's quite high.
So 30 is 1/3 of 100%. So if 8%
this is how it works,
of 24 is 1/3, so 1/3. Oh
wait, hold on.
But Anita,
no, your math is wrong on that one.
Yeah.
Because technically it's 8 over 32, because 24 plus the 8, making a total of 32.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So it's a 4.
So a 4.
Yeah.
So.
Hey guys, it's Isaac. So I just need to put in an editing note before we make ourselves look like more fools than we already are. The article is actually 45% women, and over the last 3 years it's actually been 41 to 45%. In 2014 it was 48%. I'll be dropping that article in the description below. This doesn't change the fact that 50% of the games from E3 you can choose your own characters, and you still have that 8% of female leads, so I'm gonna still kind of chalk that up to 58% of playable women characters as leads. So our argument still kind of has some merit to it, but take it as you will. Please discuss amongst yourself in the comments below. Thank you.
That's still, what, 5% less than the percentage of women in gaming. So what you're saying is, essentially though, women, the representation of women in lead roles in video games is very close to the representation of women who play video games. But according to Anita's feminist frequency organization, they're still underrepresented.
I see it from a different viewpoint here. Like, I get what you're saying. I think she's wrong. Regardless, like, we're also not taking into consideration is the big fucking titles.
A lot of them are women driven, and the other thing
is massive.
And the other thing is, though, they said 50% of games allow you to choose your gender. That alone is massive, simply because a large portion of the games don't even have to do that. They could give you a male character or a female character and say, this is what you play as.
She seems like the type that would also be like, yo, Master Chief and Doom guy. I mean, yes, technically, canonically, they are men, but they're fucking narrative devices in such a way where you can easily insert yourself.
Pre-Halo 3 Master Chief, I agree.
Yeah.
Halos 4 and beyond kind of give him a little more personality.
Well, okay, well, fuck those games. Those games don't even count.
But
they're not Halo games.
Whoa. Don't disrespect the Halo community like that.
But yes, Master Chief in his original design was meant to be that anyone can insert themselves as Master Chief. And then, oddly enough, if you actually look more into the Halo lore, there are at least a decent number of female Spartans.
There's actually a large chunk.
Yeah. And hell, even the Spartan story is just like, it doesn't really matter.
It does not.
Yeah.
It honestly does not matter.
And Doom Guy, who cares? I'll bet if they had it...
Bryce!
I'm listening.
No, put the hose down.
Oh my god.
Put the hose down.
But
Alright.
Doom feels like the type of game if they just put a little menu in the beginning just for shits and giggles. Do you want to be Doom Guy or Doom Girl? No one would care, and it would just be id doing it because they could.
Yeah, like,
and just to add it.
So this is Doom 2016 specifically, and the next upcoming Doom Eternal, which looks, again, I just know it's gonna be sick.
The trailer for it looked really cool, even if
the teaser. It was a teaser.
Yeah, it was a teaser, but it looked cool and badass.
It's still Mick Gordon doing amazing fucking music.
Parademons.
So, yeah, like, Anita seems like the type would be like, well, no, these are for sure just men. This is like men inserting men, and like, well, no, it's fucking, you can insert yourself in them either way, right? Now, I understand what she's trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, think about who's making the games. Why do we need to force it to be a 50-50 split? Or I guess actually in her ideal world, it'd be like 70% are women and 25% are like men or some shit like that.
And my issue is when you bring in an argument of something is underrepresented, and then statistically you're wrong by your own fucking statistics, but you continue the narrative of no, women are still underrepresented in games because only 8% of all the games at E3 shown were female driven.
But from Anita's standpoint, think about it though. This is where things get really fucking biased, right? Is her no, it's not like 30. It's around that area. The 30 something odd % of female gamers on console. To her, that's her 100%, right? And she's viewing it as her 100% of just women, and then all of the E3 games, and that's where she's like, we're underrepresented. When it's like, no, you're not taking the whole fucking thing.
Well, I mean, it's just, I do understand. I won't deny that, at least in the nerd community, there is still kind of an issue with it, especially with the way the nerd community takes it. Everyone's fucking stupid shitstorm with Ellie and that kiss.
Is that a shitstorm now?
Oh,
yeah,
it's a huge shit. But okay, so we talked. Me and I talked about this yesterday. I think that it's not necessarily that people have an issue with women in gaming, except if your name's Solid Rev. But he's a whole anomaly of a person when it comes to gaming. He's hilarious. You should watch his videos. Shout out to Solid Rev and his crazy ass. He hates women in gaming. But
get him on the podcast.
But
get another view in here.
my issue is, what I think the issue is, because I understand it now. I don't necessarily agree fully with it, but I understand it. It's that when your hobby is predominantly male driven, period. Whether you want to believe, whether everybody wants to believe it or not, that's what it is. It's predominantly male driven. You go to
in terms of console.
In terms of consoles, yes, but that's what we're talking about. Nobody cares about mobile gaming.
But you should still always clarify. Just to be clear.
In terms of console and PC gaming, the gaming sphere is predominantly male driven. So yes, are we trying to get more women out into the open? Are we trying to get more women into gaming? Of course, but women have to want to play games. We can't force women to play games because we want more women in gaming. Now, when you take that concept of, well, we're trying to force more women into games by saying, hey women, here's women as the main characters, you're going to upset your core audience of people who, some people care, some people don't. You can't call everyone a misogynistic, sexist pig because they don't want to play as a woman. not everyone can not everyone can immerse themselves into a very interactive experience like a video game in the opposite gender's role. It's a fact, and you can't be mad at somebody who says I can't do that.
Okay, but is this not the exact same problem of censorship on television? Of if you don't like it, you don't have to fucking play it, and if you don't like it and you don't want to play it, you shouldn't make a big shitstorm about it because you don't get to play it. You do get to play it. You just choose not to. There's no problem you should have with it. There's no reason that you can't just look at something and say, I'm not interested in it, but then why do they have to go be an asshole about it?
And did you want to say something?
Yeah, I honestly think, like, the gaming thing in general, we should take it almost like Steam's approach, even for fucking consoles, of just allow almost whatever. And if you don't fucking like it, don't play it. Now, I'm gonna be devil's advocate right now against our point and say that I'm gonna give Anita the benefit of the doubt right now in saying this, where her reasonings behind we should have more female lead roles isn't to, as you said, force women more into playing video games, but make it seem more appealing and approachable to them. Because, hey, it's a woman, I can relate to women being a woman, right? And something like that, which I get, but I don't think that's the right approach to go about it. But yeah, I'm, again, giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna assume that's what she's going for.
Okay, and I'm with that. I'm very much with that. But as somebody who studies marketing, you have to understand that people have to understand that there's market segmentation, and what you do is you do market research and you break down what audience is geared towards what. So if you take a game where every lead character that you play as predominantly in the game, in the series, has been male for a long time, and then the 5th game in the series decides, you know what, we're gonna make this a woman now, and you play as the woman. Yes, for a lot of people, especially if it's an action-driven game like Gears and Wolfenstein, those are very action kind of. Let's be real, we all know Gears is the dude bro game. It's always been considered the dude bro game. I mean, it's what helped the dude bro mentality of the Xbox 360.
You're not wrong.
When you take that dude bro game, that action game, and then you say, all right, we're gonna remove the main male character and we're gonna make it a woman. Now, from what everybody, I haven't played Gears, that's just a disclaimer, but from what everybody says, his daughter being the main character works storyline wise. It works story wise. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with making his daughter the main character.
Is it his daughter?
Yes.
It's Marcus's.
It's JT's sister, Marcus's daughter.
Yeah, but the issue is but the issue is you have to take into account what there are a lot of fans who, as quote unquote dude bros, who play these games. So when you make them have to play as a woman, once again, you're forcing them to have to play as a woman. You're now telling them you have to, because we tell you to, put yourself in the shoes of a woman. And if you don't like it, so what? Screw off. And that's the reaction. It's not, hey, just wait, you may find that you like the game. A lot of the blowback reaction to the issue is, well, if you don't like it, F you, screw off, you don't gotta play it, you don't, more women in gaming and support women in gaming and all of that, and that's great. But when you take that very antagonistic approach to people's actual gripes, because there are some people who have actual gripes about it, should they? That's an issue that's personal. But you have to look at the issue and understand that there is one.
I also think that it's very specific from game to game. So, so as you said, like when we're looking at the story of Gears, switching over to a female main character, a female lead, it's fine. It makes perfect sense. Also, look at the story. Does it matter? Is it very, like, is there can you swap out her gender and will it make a huge fucking difference?
No.
In Gears?
Most of the time, no. It fucking
Most of the
doesn't.
time, no. But in a game like Gears, like Wolfenstein, it might. It might break that immersion for some people.
No. Let's be realistic.
Okay,
here.
maybe not Wolfenstein.
Do you like to kill Nazis? Yes. Who cares?
Okay,
Yeah, okay, like
maybe not Wolfenstein.
No, Wolfenstein it fits. Gears, it still fits.
It still fits,
fine.
but
I mean, they've introduced women as the cogs, or at least in the cog armor since Gears of War 3. There were
No, 2.
Anya wasn't in 2. Neither was Sam. There were no women cogs in 2. It was Marcus, Dom, Baird, Cole, Ty when he died. Shit, I think it's just those 4. I don't think there are anyone else.
I swear there are.
No, in 3 there's Anya and Sam. Oh, and in 2, I keep forgetting about Carmine. He died. But
spoiler much.
oh yeah, because you don't know he dies in the first 2 games, and then there was the whole fucking poll whether he dies in the 3rd one.
Now we got fucking Clayton.
But in Gears 3, they introduced the idea of Anya and this new character Sam as being female cogs. They were sleeveless, but that was also the sleeveless armor game for whatever reason. So it's not out of the realm of possibility in the Gears universe that there are women soldiers. And then they introduced the fact that Gears 4 is Marcus's kid. Oh, he's got 2 of them. I never played Gears 4, but I know JT is doing some shit. So now we're focusing on what
JT is more of his dad.
Yeah.
The grizzled just at the tree trunk arms.
Yes.
It just and apparently I guess something happened to his arm because it in the trailer in the new number 5 he's got whatever. So I actually want to address the other I guess elephant from E3, which was the kiss in The Last of Us
2. Yeah.
So
The infamous.
I don't
kiss.
get why it's infamous because they set up in the prior game that she's canonically lesbian from the DLC of the prior game.
Yeah, and Left Behind, she kisses her friend before she, spoiler alert, if anyone hasn't played it yet, dies.
It's been years. I think we're good.
I never played it.
She dies.
She dies.
What is she?
Thanks, guys. Now I know when I go and play it, I'm just gonna be sitting here like, damn, this girl gonna die.
Right, because she's
quickly, doesn't she?
She does do the end of it, but
See?
Okay.
Go to the whole DLC.
But come on,
thinking,
she's not in the rest of the game. I don't even think she mentions her.
Actually, in the main game, hang on. In the main game, she does say, "Yeah, me and my friend, we both got bit, and we just kind of sat, waiting for us to die together.
And
thought it would be kind of romantic." They say this in the main game, on a DLC.
It's in the very beginning too, after they find out that she's bitten and not turned yet too.
Yep.
In the rain with, what was the girl's name? The older one who dies pretty quickly.
Tess.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So yes, the kiss. It was already set up that she was gay.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, my only thing was it's a little bit long and gratuitous, but it's fine. And I thought, okay, if it was a dude, right? If we just swapped out the chick for a dude and they were making out for that amount of time, would I feel the same? And honestly, personally,
Yeah.
I like
always
just
feel
seeing
that when people kiss.
people
It's
kissing
weird.
for that long amount of time. I'm like, okay, come on.
Because it's personal.
It's very personal.
It's very intimate. It was a very intimate moment.
And here's the thing: is I understand the intimacy that these characters probably have in the story, but from a trailer perspective,
you didn't need to do that.
It's
for the
not
trailer.
built up. You just get it.
And that's
Yeah.
And so and that honestly is a lot of the people's issue. A lot of people are trying to make it seem like, oh, they're just homophobic and they don't like. No. It's not that. What it is that trailer felt like. What the trailer felt like was pandering. It felt like, we're going to show you guys Ellie is gay and you're going to see it and you're going to like it, and if you have a problem with it, well, that's just too bad, because this is what it is now. And that's what it felt like. Now, granted, did I think the trailer, like me and Zach talked about, and he said it, and I agree, it definitely what's the word?
The juxtaposition between the intimacy of them kissing
and the violence that she experiences.
The fucking blowing up that body and stabbing those people and shooting them. The difference between those two moments and them going
works.
back and forth.
It's great. I thought it was great. I think what most people say online is just shorten the kiss.
Yeah.
Just shorten the kiss. That's it.
Because my thing is this, and the issue is, there's like, at least for me, a lot of people, me included, have nothing against gay people. I have friends that are gay. We've talked about this before.
We've talked about this. Yes, we all have ties to the community.
But for people who may necessarily take an issue with homosexuality, and you can say that's wrong or not, that's just a personal choice and personal belief, to have it thrown front and center in your face that's where some people have an issue with, is that this is just thrown in my face now. It's like, oh, I can't even, this is the first gameplay that we're seeing of the game for real, and like you said, there's no build up, there's no like, who is this girl? We don't know who this girl is. We don't know what her relationship is to Ellie, except she comes over, pulls Ellie away from a guy, where there was clear flirting between the two. At the very beginning.
Flirting was cute.
There was clear flirting between Ellie and the guy, and then the girl comes over, I'm
sorry, I meant the flirting between her essential girlfriend. I don't know. The chick,
I mean, she flirted. There was flirting between both of them.
Yeah,
between both. Like, if you pay attention to that, when he's talking to her, there was this little flirting.
I saw that more as banter than flirting. But
no, it was flirting.
As a little, because the way he looked when she came and pulled her away, he was a little disappointed. It's a little disappointed, and that was what it was. It was kind of that. It was kind of like the girl. She came over in that, not necessarily controlling, but in that, I'm marking my territory, like this is my woman.
That domineering.
Yeah, not even domineering. It was just, it's how a guy walks up when he sees his girl talking to another dude. He's gonna come over, he's gonna throw an arm, he's gonna let you know, like, this is my chick.
That's a dominance thing.
Yeah, and that's what she did, and it's like,
I think it's fine.
No,
I think it's fine.
But I'm just saying, just describing what that was, and how that can come off to other people as, okay, well, this is already a little awkward, and then to go to them dancing, to them kissing, like, yes, it was a build up in the trailer, but there was no build up. We don't know who this woman is. We just know, oh, Ellie, this chick is kissing a girl, and it could have been, oh, she's kissing a dude, and it still would have been awkward because it still would have been no build up. And then another issue people are having is, well, where's Joe? We don't see anything about Joe.
Well, he's a special reveal character.
But
they're not going to show anything about him in the trailer if he has a specific role in the story. So if they don't show him, we just assume he'll be in the game later. Or
but
fuck,
no,
he's dead.
You say that, but I've heard people say, I've read articles where people say Joel is not playable. Joel is not in the game.
He's already said, they've specified Ellie is the only playable character in Last of Us Part 2.
And you see, and that's another reason, once again, that's the whole women as main characters only in game. Like, yeah, it's, people are like, well, we played as Joel the whole game, the first Last of Us.
Not the whole game.
Not the whole game.
Okay,
a lot of the game.
My bad. Not the whole, you're right, because there was the Ellie section, which was great.
I love Ellie
in that first section. But now the second game, Joel's nowhere. He's not playable. And it's like, now it's like, oh, so not only are you, some people, this is how they feel, not me, but this is how they feel. Is not only are you pushing that she's a lesbian front and center in our face, but oh, we can't play as Joe, so now it's woman, lesbian. Where's the game that we were playing before? And with Joe, where was that kind of older father, younger daughter relationship of the game?
What personality was it? So there was some
that's
article.
A big part of the
I will try to get the article for us.
That father-daughter relationship of.
I will try to get the article, but the theme of the first game.
They were like surrogate father and daughter.
Yeah, and that's a very major theme of it. So that should have kind of been a.
So the theme of the first game was like love and connection and family.
Family, yeah.
Yes,
depending on what part of the game you're at.
The theme
talk about the whole.
Again,
overall.
there was like an interview or an article. I will try to find it for you guys. But the theme of this game is speculated to be hate.
See, I've heard that. I remember there was speculation for a while. I think around the time one of the developers accidentally dropped that they were developing Last of Us 2, because he said on his Twitch streams, like when he specified The Last of Us 1, and that there was going to be a potential storyline where Ellie is basically running away to do her own shit, and Joel is chasing her. So that's why Joel wouldn't be playable, because you're just running away from him, and he's more of an antagonistic character in this. I don't know if that's true. That's a rumor I heard like
guys,
2 years
let's
ago.
also think about the little tiny teaser they had, what, a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, where...
oh yeah, she's playing guitar.
2 years ago, where she's playing the guitar, and he comes up, and you know, it's like she's murdered a lot of people, and he's clearly like not really approving of what she's done.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it makes sense that Joel is not going to be playable in this, because you're going to go through Ellie's story. It's going to be a different themed game. We're not going to keep the same theme of family and love and all that stuff. It's changed.
But again, we should still specify again. None of us here have a problem with Ellie being the only playable character that she's gay. We're just trying.
I have a problem with Ellie being the only playable character just because I was a fan of Joel and the father-daughter relationship.
You like your grizzled
but again,
nah. I was a fan of the father-daughter relationship of the last game. So now we're getting to the teenage.
No, she's not a teenager. No, she's an adult.
She's an adult.
She's like, what is she like? She's like 20 or 21 now.
So now it's like, oh, she's a petulant adult who's running away from her surrogate father. Like,
okay, come on. Joel was the most petulant adult you could have fucking found.
But you know what? He was great. Okay. He was great.
Dude, I think we're gonna like it's. You know what?
I'm gonna love the game.
Yeah, you're making it seem like we're gonna get another fucking Nathan Drake out of Ellie of just being like, oh boy, you know, with the fucking shenanigans, as opposed to our grizzled, old man Joe just being like.
No. Ellie's not going to be the massacre maniac that Nathan Drake is, killing like 1,000 people.
Did y'all not see she just murdered like 6 people?
She has no problem with murder. Look, this is
as Nathan Drake.
She might become a mass murderer too. All right.
Look, Nathan Drake kills 6 people in like 2 minutes, and then he just goes pick up their pistol ammo to reload again.
If anything, I think Ellie is much more nihilistic than Joel will be, especially with how she's brought up and everything.
I could see that. See,
Joel has the whole pre-apocalypse shit to deal with.
Ellie has a little bit of it, but
very little to none.
But she's like grown up in it. I mean, this is just story speculation now, because we have no idea what happened in those in-between years between the games.
Neither the teaser nor the trailer have we seen clickers
yet. I bet they're keeping that as a reveal. I also did not watch the play, because they had a theatrical play, and at the end of it they actually continued past the first game where it ended.
What?
Yeah, they did. Absolutely. It's weird. And they had a couple extra bits on
no
stage.
one wants to watch a play.
I need to we
gotta look it up.
Just keep
Y'all gotta look it up. No one wants to watch it.
I also want to specify, when I said earlier just shorten the kiss, I don't mean like a peck. I mean just Go in for the fucking kiss. Go in for the fucking whatever French, but don't make it 10 seconds. I don't know how many seconds it is.
I think it was only like 5.
5 seconds?
Maybe.
No, it felt long.
Longer.
And that's the other, like it's the same way of, yes, you want to bring in an intimate moment, but it's very personal, and and the camera angle, the length of the kiss, it was just it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable, not because it was 2 women, but it was just an uncomfortably personal experience. My
view to oppose that one point you brought up, not that you
what
didn't.
Point?
The point of like people who are not really comfortable with like just Ellie and her being gay and stuff, and just in that making out of them. Just essentially, you said people might feel like it's being shoved in their face. Iffy. Look, it's just a thing. It's a plot point. It's a part of the script. It's the fucking story.
Let's all be honest with ourselves. Listen. That chick is gonna die. She's gonna get brutally murdered. Let's all be really real with ourselves here.
I'm gonna say this, and it is very unpopular, but there are a lot of people who do feel like homosexuality is being shoved into the forefront of entertainment now. It's you watch a TV show, there's at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 gay characters on it. I mean, we've seen whole shows of just there's Glee.
I understand that people feel that way, and I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't.
I'm not saying you have to care. You don't care, but people do.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. And that's what I bring up the unpopular opinions of. There are people who they don't necessarily want to see that. You don't have to have an issue with homosexuality. You don't have to have an issue with it to disagree with it. it's like, oh, you can do what you want behind closed doors, but I don't want it shoved in my face. That's a lifestyle that I don't necessarily approve
that is
of.
still technically a homophobic.
No, it's not.
It's
no, it's
not actually. I know a number of people who have zero problem with like
because homophobic is I don't like gay people. Please get them away from me. I don't want to be around you.
There's varying degrees of
No, there's not. No, homophobic. When people use that term homophobic, it's meaning of this person is scared of gay people. They don't want to be around gay people. They think they think they can maybe contract gay, all type of stuff like that.
Yes, the contract.
There's a difference between saying you can do what the hell you want. We can be friends. Just I don't need you in my face. But what people don't understand is there's a lot of people who don't like PDA. Period.
That is true.
I was gonna say
I know too many people who don't want to hear about your sex life, even if it's with another woman.
Yeah, no, that's
if it's a
weird.
guy with a woman or
so to essentially help Bryce's point in terms of the homophobia, not homophobia, you're not homophobic if it's like, yeah, no, some of my best friends are gay.
Again,
whatever, right? It's the whole I'm watching a movie or a plot line that canonically was just this one thing, and then out of nowhere it's like hardcore just gay, just in my face with the plot point. It's just
and that's what they do.
Practically shoving the fucking
Let's be
point.
real. Let's be real. That's a lot of entertainment right now. Not all of it. Because my thing is bring in gay characters. There's nothing wrong with it if that's not if that's not all they are. But when you make the character all they are, it's just that they're gay. Like I watched Riverdale. The fucking Veronica's best friend gay friend. He's a cool character.
Oh yeah.
He has plot lines that deal with relationships. It's not I'm just the gay guy that's the best friend. Like, no, it's like I'm a character. I have plot lines. I have different stories.
You know what?
It's like that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
But then we get shit like Iceman and fucking we get stuff like that. Where
No. You say Iceman, people think Iceman from the X-Men movies. Specify.
Okay, we get shit like the Iceman comics where he's gay and he's written as that's all he is gay.
Yeah, this ties back to our conversation on Sunday about like America Chavez, where it's like her character point is that she's gay, and it's like that's not a character point.
I mean, like what is it? In Dear White People, one of the kids that they focus on. His two very defining factors is that he's black and he's gay, but he focuses a lot less on the he's gay part, focus more on the he's black part to start talking about injustices in the black community, and then he himself puts his sexuality on the back burner as he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you know what?
But it's not a huge part of his character because it's more about his opinions on the black community, which is what they focus more on.
So is the story about like some form of injustice or bias or stuff like that has to do with that specific trait? Yeah, go for it. Then that is now a character plot. Like that's a point. That's a character trait. That's a point you can focus on.
Yep, like
it matters.
Things like Boys Don't Cry. It makes sense.
Yeah, does it serve? My issue is what, like everything I study when I study writing, it's the question is always asked, whether it's for books, screenplays, games, anything. Does it service the story?
Is it all, and then that also is integrated.
I mean, not even just, but does it service the story? Is that plot point service the story, or is it just there
if they're gonna
just to be there?
Yeah, if they're gonna do the kiss thing, then I feel like the best way to have made it much more okay, and I mean, now I'm not talking about okay, folks, as like the fact that she's gay, nothing about that, but just the whole gratuitously long kiss, which now that I'm thinking about it, I think our issue all in this car here is the PDA.
Oh no, I don't have a problem with it. I thought the trailer was actually really good.
No, I love the trailer, but I just
I mean even the kiss length, I was totally fine with it.
Okay, well, I mean, for me it's just PDA. I don't think about PDA.
I don't mind PDA. It's when it's just over. It's just like it's just in your face.
But again,
it had my face.
But it had to be in your face. It was an E3 trailer. Of course, it had to be in your fucking face.
Look, they blew up a body on the screen. That was in your face, and that could have been the only thing we needed to see.
Fuck, now you got me fucking
thinking about blowing up bodies.
Yeah, throw fucking.
Yo, did you see the blood that hit the ceiling though? Like, I was like,
and the body parts.
Again,
I was like, yo, if this is in the real game,
it is.
No, but I mean, like, I just want to know how much.
Gonna tone that shit down.
Well, no, I don't.
Graphics.
What is it? Naughty Dog has this fucking punch laser system. where their fucking tech is mind-blowing.
Well, because they know how to make the most amount in the tiniest segment. That's why they give you everything in like more or less linear chapters with a slightly open playground to play in.
Look, Naughty Dog's thing is making very
pieces.
mundane stuff or whatever, like combat, look super cinematic.
Well, they do it with set pieces.
Heavy
and
shit tons amount of scripting.
Yes.
So it's like if you hit punch to somebody and you're near a fucking wall, you fucking slam their head into the wall or something like that, right? Yeah. If they have something in their hand, like you saw, it's all scripted of just like something in their hand, and you hit a block or whatever and stuff. You stop that and you take it and you fucking hit them.
Well, again, it's
all scripted shit.
Well, it's the Uncharted thing of you punch a guy in the face, you knock him out, he flips his gun in the air, and you grab it out and you're ready to use it. Which is fucking awesome, by the way. That's awesome.
It's all scripted in such a sense that it's done throughout the entire game. They're miniature scripted events.
But
micro scripted events.
But that's what I want to know in The Last of Us 2 trailer. Like the whole part of her running away from them and hiding under the car. Is that a series of events that you can do? Is that one of the possible things you can actually do on that level? Or is her going under the car the only thing you can do, and that entire event is completely scripted?
Okay, I remember.
If it is, that trailer's a lot less impressive.
I remembered my point. I think it would have actually been really impressive if... So we take the kiss and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And the guys that she's running away from, they alluded to them being some sort of old-fashioned fucking purists that are just hanging and killing people, and they're just like, oh, you happen to be gay? And it's like, but they'll murder anyone for whatever stupid reason they can find.
Okay.
And I thought, like, oh, that could be fucking strong. Because in this post-apocalyptic thing, you're like, that wouldn't be a fucking problem, especially because everyone has to band together. And these people are like, nah, fuck all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think that's gonna work.
What if?
That's what I think I think that plot line will work.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance it could be the plot line. We don't know.
If that is, I would tell you some people are still gonna be upset. But.
If they alluded to that being a plot point, I think it'd be strong. So
basically, we need to wait for more information and for the game to come out before we can decide.
What am I looking at?
DQ11.
Oh, Dragon Quest.
Cannot fucking
finally coming to the West. Finally.
I'm not a Dragon Quest
guy. Square Enix assholes don't have no goddamn timetable for when it comes to the Switch.
Man, you say that.
Nah, they say that.
No. They say that, and we've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 since 2005.
We're gonna see
5
on the Switch in 2020.
The mic, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bring it down a little bit. But yeah, fuck Square Enix for that.
There you go. That's there.
Oh wait, no, he works for a different company.
Just
I'm gonna have to.
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna have to definitely get it on the freaking PS4. Oh my gosh, you know how many games are coming out between September and like March? It's ridiculous.
It's a ton.
It's just a ridiculous amount of games.
Just look at the games coming out on one date, February 22nd. It's just gonna be. Why would you do this?
Oh, and around was it January?
Between January and January, from like January 29th to the end of March.
25th to 20.
It's just like fuck
is a shit ton.
Fuck all this. Fuck everything.
In the first quarter of the year is finally starting to get more games, which is great because it's like
I thought that was Q4. I thought Q4 ends in March.
It does.
I know, but I said first quarter of the year. I don't literally mean like business quarter. I mean literally the first 3 months of the year. I thought like you're only
okay.
I literally meant the first 3 months of the year.
Well, sorry, I'm always thinking business terms.
Yeah, okay, business terms. Yes, Q4 technically ends in March.
Yeah,
but I mean the first 3 months of the year. Are okay. If we want to go, Q4 is finally starting to become an actual place to put games instead of dumping it all in Q3, which is very dumb. But they do it. They used to do it anyway.
Well, I mean,
holiday reasons, so it's not dumb. I understand holiday reasons.
But for this year, it feels like they kind of shouldn't, because the 3 biggest things in the world are all competing for the same space in the same month.
No, I don't think so. Let me see. Let's look at those release dates, because I don't.
Battlefield,
Call of Duty, and Red Dead Redemption 2. They're all coming out in the same month, and everyone else in the world was like, "I'm out. Fuck this shit. You guys fight your own battles."
So Red Dead, October 26th.
Yep.
Battlefield V.
Oh shit! Fucking Fallout 76 too.
December. That's December.
No.
Yes, it is. December 7th.
Okay, October
What are you
11th.
talking about? They said November.
Battlefield 5 is October 11th.
Can you please look up
Fallout 76 release date totally
yeah.
said December.
Fallout 76? We got a fact check, guys. Hang on. We got a fact check.
Okay, so Black Ops 4 the next day after that. So they gave themselves a 2-week berth from Red Dead.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, man. There's so many games because, like, especially as a person.
Yeah,
who-
fuck you, cunt.
Wait, November 14th.
Yeah, they fucking posted that.
What comes out in December? What am I thinking of?
Smash.
Smash.
Oh yeah, I am thinking of Smash.
Oh my
I'm more excited for
fucking
Smash.
God.
But yeah,
Whoopsies.
so as you can see, there's 2 weeks between before Red Dead and after Red Dead where there's like nothing. There's like no major games coming out in those 2 week span before and after. Like Red Dead literally has Red Dead has everything is getting out of its way. And that's ridiculous.
We spent like 45 minutes to an hour on just the fucking Ellie Kiss stuff. You guys want to do a quick rundown of everything else?
EA, terrible conference.
Yeah, EA fucked it.
I still think Anthem looks good, despite everything. I think Anthem looks fun, and I'm gonna probably buy it and enjoy
I'm
it.
worried heavily about Anthem.
Yeah,
The world is uninspiring.
Okay, you know what it occurred to me? It might actually be that they have a decent story to it, but they can't say very much without revealing the beginning bits of actually being good. So they might make it sound shitty, but it could potentially be a good story.
The second they said gods
Again.
left this world, I'm like, oh, and I look at the landscape and I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, because they're
I don't
looking
know,
for the
man.
things to make. Again, that could be a better story than they're really showing us, because they can't tell us too
I
much
also
about it.
noticed, and
I
I
don't know,
didn't know
man.
why I
I
didn't
don't
point
trust
this out
EA.
before, but the mechs that they have look like a fucking concept artist's like basic portfolio of mechs.
I still think the Ranger looks good. At least the design, physical of the Ranger, and it makes sense that they have to make them like that because you can actually change some of the basic geometry of it. They stated you can put on and off parts to change how its silhouette looks.
Wait.
Like that.
Yeah, there's better ways to do that, and I still wanted to build my mech from scratch.
Yeah, I get that, but there's other games you can do that in. Okay, Microsoft's press conference.
Holy shit, they blew it out of the park.
I think they were the
They
best.
did.
They were the best serious conference, but they were not the best at E3.
What do you think?
Devolver was the best at E3, hands
Fucking
down.
Devolver.
Okay, yeah, they had the best conference. Absolutely,
But-
that shit was hilarious.
but-
Venus Brothers, Jesus Christ.
But
that was a great conference.
They clearly give zero fucks, and I greatly appreciate them for that. But in terms of like a
Loot
real
box coin.
Oh, that's sold out. People paid like between $100 to $240 just
Well,
for it.
yeah, they said that price will fluctuate every hour.
Yeah, and they weren't lying. It fluctuated every hour, and it sold out.
Foolishness.
And they straight up said on the thing, this has no value.
I know.
And they're basically like, why would you buy this? People bought it.
Because it's Devolver.
I have a
It's just
feeling,
great.
So fun.
I just have this fucking aching feeling deep in my soul that people who bought it, though, are getting something secretive and special.
No, it's gonna be a note that says, "You dumb fuck. Why did you?"
I would love that equally, too.
See, that's like the Cards Against Humanity when you buy the bigger, blacker
I want the
box. and
CEO
you
to
cut-
fucking write it, like sign at that, though.
Well,
You dumb fuck.
they shot him. He's dead.
No,
Nina
the-
Struthers
Oh.
is the new CEO.
Oh, the actual CEO.
Okay, but still, Microsoft. Ton of games. Most of them were not console exclusive. A lot of them were multi-plat. A weird decision, but the Halo reveal was stupid.
The new engine looks bad.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice looks like the fucking best.
It does.
That game's is
Oh, but you know it is an action adventure game. It is not an RPG.
interesting.
Yeah.
They
that's
announced
true.
that it's not an RPG. There's no stats, no classes, no like armor upgrades, none of that. It's an action adventure game.
I don't know how-
No, your arm that you can get different various upgrades and things to
Yeah,
your
you
arm,
can get different things to attach
to your
it.
medical,
Huh.
to your prosthetic arm, but
So you can get a fucking, you can get an axe,
Yeah,
or you can get a
it's-
shield.
Or
it's a
grappling hook.
No,
it's a-
that one's always there.
they said it's actually it's definitely has a lot more stealth than their previous games.
Huh.
But it does still feel like a From Software game.
Of
It doesn't
course.
feel like but it doesn't always feel like a Blood Soulsborne game, but it definitely feels like a From game.
Well, okay, what are the competing samurai ninja games? It's Ghost of Tsushima,
Yeah.
which looks amazing.
Yeah, it
my
does.
gosh. Did you? I mean, when he had to fight the girl,
Oh.
and that, I mean, you just got they just dance. It's a
That was-
dance in the leaves and I was just like, oh my god,
That was like a
yo.
The
Akira Kurosawa movie right there.
Man, they
God
said that
damn.
directly. They're like, we wanted to reference all of that.
I know, and it was awesome.
And we wanted to do our best to capture the magic.
But it was like, it was the wind blowing with
The leaves falling, the sparks flying off the blade.
Oh.
It was just dancing the leaves. It was amazing.
What? It looks
So
It
the
was
game. So the
amazing.
game is open world, and it's just a whole bunch of small stories.
Makes sense.
With an overarching plot.
Again, that makes sense. That's
With the Mongolian invasion.
yes. All makes sense. They said that in the Sony conference.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're not even there yet. Let's see.
Oh, is it like Sekiro? They said it translated to like the one-eyed wolf or something like that.
I don't remember.
It's actually a really kick-ass
The
name.
one-armed.
The one-armed
Yeah,
wolf.
one-
I
One-armed wolf.
almost forgot to mention the other game that looks really good at EA. Sea of Solitude was like a great little indie game. Super interested.
I feel bad for the fucking developer who had to present. The
She was not ready for that.
But
she was not.
Let's see, Microsoft. What else?
Devil May Cry 5.
DMC5. I'm super hype
so
on it.
Hype.
Hyped for what? They didn't show nothing.
They showed.
They showed a lot.
They showed a good amount. They showed a time. They showed.
No,
enough-
apparently they showed another trailer, but that trailer they didn't show much.
No, I'm super excited. I'm embarrassed to admit that I completely forgot about Nero and that this is DMC5 continued from DMC4.
Yeah, you really did forget about Nero. Didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, I totally forgot about him. But then I think back. Oh yeah, it makes sense. He lost the Yamato power that he gained from Ghost Virgil for reasons. But I always thought the power was fucking stupid anyway, and his new arm looks way cooler. I'm
No,
super.
it straight up showed it. Fucking Virgil like ripped his arm off.
Oh yeah, he's back, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm not a fan of Virgil, to be honest. I think he's fucking stupid.
I like Virgil.
No,
a lot.
DMC's 3 is Virgil.
Yes, I like them.
No, I don't.
I like the
But
Virgils.
I'm hyped for new Nero because he seems a lot less like a bitch, and I'm super
You mean
hyped.
Ichigo?
Yes, Ichigo played Johnny Young Bosch
Yeah, yeah.
again.
And then
But I'm-
Orihime is also in the game.
I know. This
Kirie.
Kirie. I mean, DMC4 is just Bleach.
It really
The
is.
Aizen arc made into a game. But I'm also super excited for the new girl. I love her. She's a somehow still less trashy version of Trish, who seems like she has a lot more personality.
I really fucking hate her.
I can't. I like her so much more than every other female character they put onto that game because I can't stand Trish. She's just definition
I'm not
of
a huge
trash.
fan of Trish. I like Lady though.
Oh, really? You like Lady?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. You like Lady.
Yeah.
It's not like she's always wearing the shortest booty shorts with her ass in the camera at all
Booty
times.
shirts, skirts.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder why you like Lady.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't like Lady.
so moving past Microsoft, I think. Is there anything else that you guys like?
can't-
I was just gonna say that you notice that they took a lot of elements from DMC Devil May Cry.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they took a lot.
Nero
Like,
looks just like DMC Devil May Cry Dante now.
it looks It looks
He
a
looks
lot like
a
him.
lot like him.
Yeah.
Just like him.
And then that fucking opening shot where they're flipping around.
Yes!
I'm like, that was the opening cinematic in DMC Devil May Cry.
But I love her whole thing where she's still driving. She's like, everything's cool, and she's trying to light her cigar from
Cigarette,
a flame.
yeah.
Well, it's flipping out. I love that shit. That looks so cool.
Okay, so what was the next conference?
Ubisoft.
No, it was Bethesda.
But I want to go to them
Oh,
last.
but that's trash.
I want to go to them last. Okay.
Conference was hot garbage.
Okay, so then
What the fuck are you talking about? It was
I
great.
fell asleep.
after Bethesda,
That's how boring it was. I fell asleep.
okay, so then leaving them after the next
shit taste, son.
after them, then the next one was
I
Square.
like Fallout. They spent like 20 minutes talking about that game.
Oh yeah,
Guess
but
what? We're
I'm,
gonna talk about Fallout for fucking 20 minutes then.
although I don't.
I would leave.
That's why I said let's save it to the end.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then
y'all
after
can, y'all can talk about that shit.
after that it was Square Enix, which was basically nothing.
Okay, yeah, that was
Square.
so.
No,
okay.
Square was really fucking hot. That was a waste of goddamn
Yo,
time.
wait.
They didn't show Avengers. They didn't show Final Fantasy 7.
They didn't even show the Kingdom Hearts 3
They didn't
trailer.
show the awesome Sony
I-
Kingdom Hearts 3
I
trailer.
need to
They didn't show
specify
nothing.
what happened,
I didn't see no Dragon Quest 11.
because I actually have an idea of what happened. So
The hot garbage?
they were apparently like the fucking executives kept hyping up a press conference, and people like other people like lower in the chain in the ladder were like, no, we gave all our shit to all the other companies. Don't do this. Don't do this. We have nothing. And they're like, no, but we're gonna come in this year. We're gonna have a press conference, even though it's been years since we've done one. And everyone's like, fucking why? And then they're like, don't worry, guys, we got you covered. We're gonna make it amazing. How? We got Keith David.
Oh God.
And it's like, oh fuck.
Let's see, what was the new thing they revealed? Was it the Final Fantasy 14 Monster Hunter World crossover?
Yes, that was the
new
only.
thing?
That was
Fucking
one of the
stupid.
few new things, but they did.
I mean, I get it. People like the game, but no one cared.
And then it was the DQ11.
Yeah, Dragon Quest was also newly revealed.
I was
We
just
already
so.
knew about the Dragon Quest.
But I was so
what I wanted to hear
disappointed.
was, what's the update on the Switch version? Asshole.
Oh no, that's right. They also revealed Fortnite on Switch and DBZ Fighters.
No. We're not talking about Nintendo yet. Let's talk about Square.
I thought Square revealed, or I thought Square Enix revealed. Wait, why would they? I'm losing my goddamn
They
mind.
did not reveal.
Yeah.
Fighters.
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Because they definitely told us last year when they announced that they got the Avengers license to wait till next year for more information.
Well, you know what?
Then next year E3 came
Well, maybe.
and there was no information.
See, maybe they're like.
What controller is that?
Scuff new controller.
Huh.
Okay, but Square Enix. Was there anything else even interesting in it other than those two that was new?
Nope.
Because they lost Hitman, so somebody else got to really.
Hitman went to the PC gaming one.
Okay, so the PC gaming show we're not going to talk about. It was long. There was a lot to go through.
There's only a few of them that really mattered.
They did step it up from prior years, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, only thing that really people really would care about, Sega's putting games on the PC that they, according to them, were never coming to the PC before.
Well, I mean, we got it, but that was a Monday thing.
all right, so
we're still on Square. After Square was
we're off
Ubi.
Square.
Well, okay, then it was Ubi.
Yeah.
What a shit show that was. It was.
No, it wasn't that bad.
They opened with a Just Dance trailer of a
They do
dude
that every
in a
year,
panda
though.
suit, and they did the
do it every
cringy.
year.
They do that every year.
They do it every year. It's cringy as hell, but they do it every year. I missed the Aisha Tyler. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. I missed her.
Wait, she was EA.
No, she's Ubisoft. Aisha Tyler's old.
No, she's
Am
not.
I
She
tripping?
talked to
You're
Pele.
tripping.
She talked to Pele about EA, the FIFA game. That was EA, bro.
You're fucking
Seriously? I could
tripping.
have sworn she was always at Ubisoft.
No.
Google it. You have your phone.
Aisha
Google it.
Tyler is absolute. She was the EA spokesperson for a while there. That's why she was talking about all
Yeah, I
the
never paid
sports
attention.
games.
Oh, no, I was right.
Oh, shit,
Ubisoft
I was right.
E3 press conferences from 2012 to 2016. That's why I said I miss Aisha Tyler at Ubisoft
Well,
press
you need a
conferences. Because she used to make a lot of fucking jokes.
Well, you can eat a dick on that one.
She used to make a lot of goddamn jokes
We were still right, though. I
about
know
being
she was on
a
the EA
gamer.
one. I know she was
It
on the
would have
EA
said on
one.
her thing.
I don't know. I didn't read that.
So anyway,
But yeah,
look, hey, the
Ubisoft
fucking,
showed a good Division 2 trailer.
Yes.
It looks like DLC, but you know what?
It's the it's the cringiest thing to always hear them be like, "Hey guys, these are real people playing," and it's like, "Oh my god."
We all know it's not Ubisoft. No one cares.
It's just the fact that they try all the time. It's like,
No one
hey,
cares.
we gotta level up. Oh, this is great. I'm like, stop.
Goddamn.
Stop.
But I would say
Wait, that wasn't the Ubisoft one. That was the Microsoft one. I thought they had that.
No.
they did do that too at Microsoft, but no, Ubisoft always does that. They always have people mock playing.
I know, and they're not real. Every time I hear them talk, I'm expecting someone to start saying bad words, or
No.
I'm expecting to hear real people, and then I hear a script, and I just
Yeah, but no.
it takes me out of it.
The
so
Division
hard.
2, if they actually utilize everything they learned from the Division 1 and actually implement it, unlike
I can
what Activision did
already
and
tell you
Bungie
they
did
didn't.
with Destiny 2, you said they didn't?
They didn't. You see it in the fucking trailer.
Okay.
Their enemies, same problem. They're just fucking bullet sponges.
Well, I mean, they
That's
never.
an
They,
RPG
they
that's an
never.
RPG
That's
issue,
RPG
though.
thing. They never changed that.
No, but it was a notable problem in the first game,
Well,
and
this
they
is
had to
also-
change things about that, and it still seems like a notable fucking issue in this game.
But this could also be late game enemies because they were higher levels, and this was a boss character.
I mean, I don't know. They didn't show a lot of gameplay of it, but
Shit, you know what it really reminded me of? It reminded me of Bulletstorm, fighting an enemy that had a very similar design. And you had to put a fuckload of bullets into a part of him before you could do something.
put it this way: before it comes out, Angry Joe will have another video, either saying it's good are destroying it like you did with the Division.
Okay, okay, but
I'm not gonna make the same mistake of buying it as soon as it comes out like I did with the first one, playing it for 1 hour and 55 minutes and immediately logging off to get a refund.
Wait, let me guess.
On Steam.
You did it because you couldn't close doors.
No, you know where most of my time was spent? We all had to do this stupid fucking lineup thing in the beginning of the game to go access the fucking computer.
Oh,
Because guess what? When one person's accessing the computer, other people can't. And that game, people actually lined up.
I remember.
In the fucking game.
No, it was a whole shit show. There were so many videos of just a huge line for it. I remember that. That was hilarious. That was incredible. That was excellent oversight by Ubisoft. Or no, not Ubisoft.
It is funny though.
No, wait, who makes it again?
What?
It's not Ubisoft who makes Division. It's someone else. It's different.
No, well, it's Massive. They're owned by Ubisoft.
Yeah, but I didn't remember
So it was
Good on
funny
you guys, Massive.
how it quickly devolved into real life. People politely, I will say, people politely lined up. Like in game, they lined up. They didn't just say, "Oh fuck this." No, they were just like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait."
That is terrible.
In game, they still had to wait in line to play their fucking game.
That was great. Okay, so let's.
They showed Skull and Bones.
I don't care.
It looks like another ship game.
It looks
if you
like
don't like pirates.
It looks like a prettier Sea of Thieves.
No.
No, what it looks like is they took AC4's ship mechanics
And
they tried to add more onto it.
They said that's what they did.
No, AC3. It was AC3's
That's right.
ship mechanic.
No.
AC3 was the first game
Black
they
Flag.
had in it.
But they took Black Flags.
I-
They
Black
took Black
Flag.
Flag.
No, Black Flag was based on the fact that they had sailing mechanics in AC3.
Stop fighting
They
us!
made a whole game on it.
AC3 was the fucking American Revolution.
Yeah, and there were side quests where you played as Connor on a ship as a captain fighting other ships. Everyone said
Guess
they
what
liked those
fucking-
side missions.
Guess
Guess what
what,
they
though?
fucking developed more in 4.
And then they
Based
had
on
the
those
DLC.
mechanics.
I don't- God,
but
you're just
Zach,
giving us on
stop it.
technicalities.
Yeah, you go like this.
Stop
it's
it.
AC4. They have said it was based off of AC4, but it looks okay. It looks like a pirate game. If you like that shit, you know, honestly, the better pirate game looks like Kingdom Hearts 3.
We didn't really get any massive announcements for Siege aside from competitive. There's like a competitive circuit now.
I thought they said they're having 2 new characters.
They do. They have 2 new characters, but there's also a competitive circuit now.
What else did we see? We saw Starlink, which was
No, fuck no.
no one's doing this. Like, I don't understand why they developed the game in the Toys to Life genre when every other
Because it worked for Skylanders.
But every other Toys to Life genre game has pretty much fucking failed.
Except for Skylanders, but now Skylanders is getting to that point. And,
yeah,
well,
like Disney Infinity
Okay, see,
stopped.
that wasn't-
Lego Dimension stopped.
the thing about Infinity though is it wasn't failing, it just wasn't doing as much as they wanted, so they stopped doing it.
Disney Infinity stopped.
But it was it was profitable still.
Was it really profitable?
It wasn't as profitable as they wanted it, but in general, it was still profitable.
Well, if something's not as profitable as you want it, it's not really profitable.
I mean, that was Disney's mentality.
So, Disney Infinity stopped. Lego Dimensions barely even got off the ground.
I can't believe I saw.
What was the other one besides Skyline? Or was it just those 3?
I thought there was a 4th one.
I think there was
Other
a
than
4th.
Starlink.
There was I swear there's a 4th one, but
There
clearly,
is.
if we can't remember it,
Oh no!
then it doesn't matter.
Technically, there is one. It's Amiibo. Amiibo is still going really strong.
But that's because it's a Nintendo. Nintendo can do
whatever they want.
Yeah,
I know.
But now they're doing Starlink, and this time you get to put the ship on your controller, because holding
That's
that thing
not
is
clunky.
holding that thing is already not annoying. So now you're gonna have this heavy toy just sitting on the controller. No, it's not gonna work. It's gonna fail. They're gonna
in
be
combat as you're fighting something. You're gonna fucking take off a part, or you're gonna scratch your fucking box of toys and be like, "Let me add on the chain gun" while you're still playing the fucking game.
like once again they think that this concept.
I don't think they thought it through.
They didn't. They think this concept of you're gonna buy this $60 game and then buy toys for it,
Well, again, it's not
and
for us.
more toys for
It's
it.
not for us.
Nah, fam.
It is
It's
actually.
it is.
It's
Here's the thing.
for us.
How you know it's for us
targeted at us.
is because Star Fox is in it. No kid knows who Star Fox is.
Okay. Yes.
And they
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, because any kids have played Smash, and Fox is in every Smash.
No, it's not the same thing, dude.
yeah, because you don't get
Wait,
Star
no,
you don't
yeah,
get
no.
Star Fox in.
No, they would because there's a Star Fox game that released on the Wii U.
No one bought that. So stop it. There's no one who plays that game. So no kids truly know who Star Fox is. Only people who truly know who Star Fox is, who were like, oh snaps, you don't see the ship. We all knew who it was. Star Fox are adults. So yes, they want adults to play this game too. No one's gonna fucking play this game.
Well, they're
so
fucking like
Starlink looks-
mid-20s.
Starlink looks terrible.
No one's playing this game.
I was personally.
And that was pretty much it.
Oh well, there was
Who's
Assassin's
off?
Creed Odyssey, which I was not impressed by.
No, look,
I'm not an
with
Assassin's
every new
Creed fan.
game, they try to get further away from the original concept of the game and make it more into like an RPG.
Yeah. And
It's
I'm just not
baffling.
a fan. I'm not a fan of it. I mean,
I like the RPG mechanics of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love AC1 and 2. AC1 had
Now
its
you just have
I mean,
abilities.
you look at. I looked at this game and I
like
said,
that.
why is it called Assassin's Creed? This dude doesn't even look like an assassin anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
No, they look like
Like-
Spartan.
He looked like a freaking Roman soldier. And then they finally said, okay, well maybe we'll put him in an assassin-like outfit later. But now he's fighting like he's just a soldier. And I'm like, but he's an assassin. He's supposed to sneak up on people.
And he's
and
like,
kill
oh, but
people,
you have a mode
and then
where
dip
you
into
can
the shadows.
where you can have a hood on. It's like, is a hood the only thing you guys can now just do to just be like assassin equals hood?
Look, man,
Yeah,
AC4 did
they've
something
just-
similar. Fucking Edward when he wasn't sneaking, he would have his hood off, and then he would just randomly put it on.
No, that was cool.
Actually, it was funny when you wore a suit that didn't have a hood, because he would still make the animation even though he didn't have the hood
Also,
on.
Greece,
It looked
not-
funny.
Greece, not the best place for parkouring.
I agree. I also
the
agree.
fuck?
I will agree on that. Yes, you're totally right. I wasn't super impressed by it.
You know what the actual best place was for parkouring, but they fucked it up? France.
Oh, with Unity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the massive fucking buildings and stuff. Anyhow,
But and then the branching dialogue is stupid because it ultimately will mean nothing.
Okay, so Ubisoft, trash.
After that was Sony.
Sony, the conference itself, trash. But
Those first two games were fucking stupid the way they were previewed.
Yeah, the presentation of the conference was dumb.
yeah. it was-
Everything that they showed was great.
Yeah.
Granted, I had an issue with the fact that they showed basically TV trailers for a couple games. It was just like, we're gonna show 10 seconds of it, skip to the next trailer, and to the next trailer.
I know.
And I'm just like, the fuck is this?
But I loved, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. The Spider-Man trailer was the
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
my God.
awesome.
Sony definitely, like,
With
when
our
it comes
friend Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, yeah.
when it comes to who shows some of the best trailers, hands down, Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, Last of Us to Ghost of Tsushima to, like
Did you
said,
guys stick
Spider-Man.
around
Even if Death Stranding
for the-
looks like a fucking dumb game because he's just
yeah.
walking around.
I love it.
I'm sorry, all of you Kojima stans are just flipping out over it. All Kojima showed in this trailer was a guy who was clearly kind of strong because he was walking around everywhere with this giant fucking backpack on his back, and at one point he was looking like he was carrying a body. Clearly the dude is not weak.
There was a gun. There was a gun.
That's it.
There's been a gun in more than one trailer.
And then he attached something, and then he tapped on his baby holder, and then the baby popped out, because that's not creepy as shit.
Oh no, the baby also gave the thumbs up, and then you had the went
The babies can see
thing.
the whatever the enemies are.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so, I love how fucking weird it looks. Oh yeah, and then the parasol lady with her mecha tech parasol. That's
pretty cool.
It looks so stupid.
Listen, I think it probably is going to end up being a great game.
Don't forget,
but the trailers suck.
But don't forget, she ate the bug at the end of it too. She ate the bug and said like something once a day keeps the monsters away or something, and she ate it.
Listen.
It's all time based.
I know, it looks so
Listen.
weird.
The game is probably going to be awesome because it's Kojima.
Bryce,
The trailers
you
are stupid.
don't seem to understand how Kojima works. The
Kojima
whole
is
purpose
crazy.
of that is just we want people to ask even more questions.
I'm still wondering how Guillermo del Toro as a character comes in, because I know he's in this game.
And Mads Mikkelsen. Actually,
Mads Mikkelsen might be the bad guy.
You know, he is.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I don't know, because
No one knows that
Kojima
yet.
can easily flip the fucking script of just like, remember that trailer we showed? Yeah, fuck that.
Look, we're the bad guy potentially in Death Stranding, and Mads Mikkelsen is trying to steal our baby because it's actually his baby, and we just stole it from his C-section scar.
That's so weird.
Boom!
Can we not talk about this dumbass game?
I love how stupid it looks.
I love it.
Oh no, y'all can keep talking about it. I just think the game is fucking dumb.
But okay, but
did anyone catch the extra from Soft game?
Oh wait, no. The greatest troll job in the past couple E3s. That was the greatest troll job ever. Because that shit straight up started. It was kind of like, all right, this is a little Victorian-ish. Sony Japan Studios. Oh, okay. From Software. Oh shit. And then it keeps going, and you're like, oh. Okay, that could be from Bloodborne.
Yeah, you look at the little girl and you're like, she looks so much like the fucking doll.
Like you're just like, okay, you see a clock, okay, that's a little Victorian-ish era, okay. And then it just keeps going and you're just like, okay, what? No. And then it just says Decrayan or some however you pronounce it. And you're just like,
I cannot pronounce
VR. And you're just like, what the
it's a small VR game experience.
Oh, you assholes just trolled the shit out of us. It was the greatest troll job I've seen. Like that shit, that was some good. And it was like, oh, this could have been an April Fool's joke, and this is real. Okay, fuck From Software for that. But hey, you know what? They're giving us Sekiro, so you know you're still good.
And then I think the other thing that stood out in Sony was their Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, which
it's new. They showed new shit. Oh my God,
that Pirates of the Caribbean, like I said, that's the best ship action. Okay, that's the best ship combat I've seen.
What I will absolutely say, I'm way more impressed about this game is they have far more world-based costumes, and I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love the world-based costumes.
What I'm really impressed about,
but I will say that frame rate though.
Is what I'm impressed about is that they fucking did their best job trying to make every world look exactly like the fucking movie.
I agree.
As best as possible.
No, the Pirates world looks super realistic. I am also glad we're going to at least be doing the Pirates 2 and or 3 storyline because Davy Jones will ultimately be the boss, and I thought that would be a great boss in Kingdom Hearts 3 storyline. But then the Toy Story level, you look like a fucking toy. You look just like it. And then Monsters Inc. level, it looks so much like the movie. And I love.
I'm wondering now, like
I love Sora's monster design, by the way. I love his animal legs. It looks so dumb.
I know, the game looks like it's going to be awesome. Though they did announce that they are not right now working on DLC, but they would like Nomura's. Yeah. He said he would like to do DLC for it.
Right, and then I have a ton of conspiracy theories about the story, and I actually think I have a decent idea on what the actual.
I have an answer for you already.
Oh.
I have an answer. Like an inside answer.
I assume it's just going to be about duality and dealing with both sides of you. Y'all can talk about that.
Don't spoil it for me.
No, it's not spoiler. Here's my answer. My inside answer. Inside industry. The story will be convoluted as fuck. It'll be the most convoluted shit you have ever seen.
You know why I already knew that? You know why I already knew that?
It's a Kingdom Hearts game. What you expect?
Somehow, some way, against all odds, Vanitas is fucking back. Vanitas is fucking back. Do you remember who Vanitas is?
Ven.
No, he's Dark Ven. Ventus is Ven inside Sora's body, who may or may not be there. I don't fucking remember. I
didn't play
Birth by Sleep.
I didn't play past. I played Birth by Sleep, and I didn't.
You didn't play Kingdom Hearts 0?
No, Vanitas is from Birth by Sleep.
I played Birth by Sleep.
Vanitas is from Birth by Sleep. He's Ven's storyline.
Yeah, he is.
But somehow, Vanitas is back. That alone tells me there's some dark shit happening in here. But clearly he has something to do with telling him whether Roxas is real and has to reveal him.
Oh, Roxas will be in the game.
Both of the Ansems are here. At least the Xehanort's Heartless and Xehanort's nobody who is named Xemnas, but is actually Ansem's nobody is fucking stupid. The fact that they're all both there and all of the Org 13 members are back, but not all of them are Organization 13. We know Lark Xena's still a bitch and alive, but somehow Zexion is back to being a kid, normal human, and not like that. But Axel is back to also being there, but he's still good.
It sounds like Chinese to me.
Yeah, bro.
There's so much conspiracy here.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. But apparently, according to Nomura, he was definitely he was excited and a little taken aback that people focused more on Aqua than they did on the Frozen part of the trailer.
Because Aqua matters. Because eyes are yellow.
Because he thought everybody was gonna, be super kind of happy and like, oh, Frozen.
No, and then he said 5 years too late.
And then he said people were like, no one cares about that. Aqua though.
Aqua's
And he was
evil. She has dark powers. Her eyes are yellow.
Yeah, that's what everybody was like. And he was like, I didn't expect that.
It's like clearly.
Seriously?
She must
no
be
one cares about Frozen.
Well, she must be taken over by one of the 13 Xehanorts, whatever, because that's the only reason that truly makes sense. Very similar to Riku.
Okay, and apparently they are not necessarily they're apparently not bringing in any Final Fantasy characters. Like they're just kind of ditching them because they're just
lame.
Because he's like at this point he doesn't feel the need to bring in Final Fantasy characters anymore.
Lame.
As much as he did in Kingdom Hearts 1, which is like, but that's what.
That actually added to
Yeah, it was
2.
like you mix Disney original and Final Fantasy characters into a game.
Like,
Granted, it was convoluted as shit.
But having Leon and Aerith, whichever one you use, in the same world. Aerith is the official English one. Aeris is the Japanese one, but I've seen some versions call her Aeris.
Come on.
Yeah.
But like having them all there was weird and interesting, and then like
like the whole the one joy now of playing 1 and 2 was like, let's find Sephiroth and let's murder him.
I mean, hell,
because he was a tough fight. He's always been a tough fight, and you get good shit from him.
The non-main 3 characters on the island are all Final Fantasy characters.
He could be trolling, but according to him, he doesn't feel as much of a need and push to add in.
Look,
don't tell me this. I need to see Waka again.
We
need to see volleyball Waka.
That lightning isn't in it.
Thank God.
That's all.
Thank God.
Okay, so what else? Oh, I like Control from Remedy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that that's going multi-plat. Well, Remedy's going multi-plat, and that looks like it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, looks fun.
So yes, we do want games with women protected.
Control looks cool because she
does look great.
It's basically the time travel of Quantum Break, but with more psychic-y powers. All things I want. But then there's the Devolver Conference, which was great. There was only like 4 games in it.
Yeah.
My friend Pedro looks awesome. I think it looks incredible, and so does the what's the wolf one called?
Metal Wolf Chaos.
The remaster looks amazing.
I never heard of that game.
Mech America great again.
I never heard of that game.
What were the other 2 games?
My friend Pedro was one of them.
Yes, we already said that.
I don't know. I called the Devolver after they showed those 2 games.
I don't remember what the first one was. It didn't take them very long.
I thought there was only like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, it was really only like 3 games. Or like 2 or 3 games.
There were very few of them.
Because it was the conference was really just their whole thing was just
They're
a
not
show
a massive
to shit.
publisher.
Yeah, their whole thing was just to fucking shit on the industry.
Yeah.
That's what the whole purpose
great,
of it.
but it was great.
Okay,
and then
last is Nintendo.
Oh, right, that.
Just real quick.
For you, yes.
Oh yeah, because I am
me too.
a Switch owner.
Bethesda. We have to at least.
No, but I love the Nintendo one because
about that.
I geeked over the 20-something minutes of Smash footage. It told me all the information I wanted to know.
I think that was honestly
great.
Too much.
Excellent.
It was for Smash.
Gratuitous.
It was
enough.
Way too gratuitous.
Nope, nowhere
for
close to
Smash fans, yes, but this is why Nintendo stock has dropped because they didn't show much. They fucking spent 20 minutes. It's like, okay, it was cool when you did that with Zelda because you had nothing else for the Wii U.
Yeah.
But when you have games like Bayonetta 3, Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes, when you have games like
the new Platinum.
when you have Yoshi, when you have when you have Shin Megami Tensei HD, when you have all of these games coming for the Switch within the next year, this year and the year and next year, and you show 20 minutes of just straight Smash,
yes,
and your conference is only 45 minutes.
Time well spent,
That's
Nintendo.
a fucking problem.
No,
so
time well spent.
Their stock has dropped, like they said, their stock dropped like 16%. And I'm like, that's their fault. You should have fucking showed more.
Oh yeah, you know what we totally skipped over? Don't Nods, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Yeah, no one cares.
I think it looks interesting.
I don't care.
I think it looks interesting.
I mean, honestly, I still have to play the Life is Strange. I know it's good.
I watched it all.
I have to. Nah, I can't do that. But I have to sit down and play the fucking game.
But Nintendo, I totally loved the 20-something minutes of Smash footage. I love all the changes they're doing to it. Every character super down.
I get it. They definitely went into more depth when it came to the tree houses. Like they did a 40-minute Let's Go Pikachu gameplay. So yes. So
I'm just at a loss in this one. I didn't really care about the Nintendo one as much.
I don't care. I'm not gonna buy
a Switch.
I'm going for Smash. That's it.
I'm gonna destroy you.
Nintendo has so much other
I'm going
games.
to fucking demolish you.
Fuck you, no you're not.
They have so many other
guess
great
what?
games though.
Dallas is gonna fucking train me.
Bitch, do you know how long it takes to be trained by that motherfucker?
Not very long.
No, it takes forever.
No.
There's gonna be 8.
Destroy him and Brawlhalla.
I'm also gonna
Future me.
Yeah,
Bleep it.
no,
Well, no
you
one.
don't want no.
No, do you?
Okay,
no,
we're
do
not
you or do you not?
we're not gonna keep going.
I don't know
with
if
this.
it matters.
We're not gonna keep going with this. Okay, moving on. So pretty much Nintendo's conference arguably great. I actually thought it was good besides all the gratuitous showing of Smash.
Loved it.
What I'm trying to think, what was really shown from Nintendo? Oh, Fire Emblems looks great. I would
The new
definitely
Fire
be picking
Emblem
that
does
up.
look good.
Damon X Machine or Machine X Damon, whatever it is.
No, it's Damon X Machina.
Yeah, that looks interesting. It's made by the Armored Core developers, and it looks cool. It looks like a mech game. I'm not really a fan of them, or at least I never played them.
Isn't that like a Bravely Default?
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath Traveler, made by the God team over at Square Enix that made Bravely Default, and it's Bravely Second. And yes, if you played the demo, and there's another demo that is released today, I'm going home and downloading
it just came out today.
And that, oh my gosh, straight. If you like old school JRPGs, that's it.
Just remember the demo is 3 hours of the whole game, but whatever you beat in those 3 hours will transfer to the full game.
So I will definitely be grabbing. That's day one cop, even at $60, which does annoy me that the Switch games are $60, but I get it. But day one cop, I will be grabbing that. I still do need to pick up Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, but I think I might hold off on that.
But okay, so
we should
that's.
play that.
It's awesome. Did you play the demo?
Oh yeah, we also.
No, I've seen it.
You know what?
I really wanna play it.
You still download the demo and try it out. It's awesome.
We totally just walked over Jump Force like it meant nothing.
Oh,
It meant nothing.
Jump! Oh no! Did you actually watch the gameplay? For
No, I didn't.
See, that's why you gotta watch the gameplay. It looks awesome. It's made by Spike Chunsoft. If you know them, they're the developers who made the original Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi series. So if you understand how the Budokai Tenkaichi series plays, you kind of got a good idea of what this game is gonna play like. But apparently, I've seen some articles written about it. It's light heavy, but you have a light attack, heavy attack. You can pull off specials fairly easily. It's 3D. They wanted to go with a more realistic.
Is it like J-Stars?
No.
Is it? Wait, it's full 3D, so you can move.
Full 3D. It's Budokai Tenkaichi.
I don't like that.
like
I never liked that.
They
about
said it's
Tenkaichi.
better than J-Stars. Like J-Stars was hot garbage apparently.
But-
It is.
Yeah, they said this is supposed to be a
It's
lot
not very
better.
hard to improve upon garbage.
Did you see playable character count number?
No, they haven't announced that yet. They apparently like Yagami. It's not playable.
I didn't think he would be. I assumed Ryuk would be playable. And
I don't know.
maybe
They
Rem.
didn't say if Ryu could.
Okay,
They
wait.
did say Light would be O-powered, OP as shit. So that's why he's not playable. Because he was
Now,
just
but if they put in L, that's a different story.
I don't think L. Like he's a human. He's really kind of.
So is Light.
Light has a death note where he can write your name in and you die.
L had a death note near the end of his life before he was brutally murdered.
Put it this way, Ryuk is a lot more feasible of a character.
Okay, I always
my thing is, where was my Bleach characters? I need Ichigo,
be in there.
Ichigo, and I'm pretty sure Renji were probably the two main Bleach characters because they're probably the two most popular.
But let's be honest, no one likes them because we all know the real characters we want is fucking Grimmjow and Ulquiorra, ready to fuck shit up.
I mean,
real ones who matter.
Yes, I do want Byakuya because he's awesome.
I could also see Byakuya.
He's the worst.
Toshida, what?
I can't stand him anymore.
What?
The more I know about him, the more I hate him.
Okay.
There's nothing more you need to know about him but what's in the manga.
I still hate him.
So you can't hate him from being in the manga.
I can't like him anymore.
Why?
Alright guys, so let's tone this one down. We can have it animated.
Angry. He's gonna make me angry.
We can have an anime cast
Don't
another
ever disrespect.
No, we can have an anime cast another fucking day. Come on.
You
Okay.
say Toshiro?
So Jump Force looks great. Check out the gameplay. They have Sasuke's in it.
Wait,
he does a
Shonen
full blown
Jump.
Sasuno.
Are you just discovering why it's called Jump Force?
No, I'm saying, who's My Hero Aka?
That's Jump.
That's
Yeah, there you go. So they're gonna
Deku could be in it.
Deku might be in it.
Deku and or All Might might be in it.
Apparently, My Hero Justice One Punch dumb shit, whatever that fucking dumbass title is. The My
My Hero game.
My Hero game.
Yeah.
It's actually, apparently, people are like, it's actually good.
I mean, it makes sense. It's basically anime injustice.
Fucking Dobby's in it.
So I'm like, okay, might have to pick that up. But apparently
okay.
the Naruto Shinobi Striker sucks. It's terrible.
Okay, so now we can jump into the one we skipped. Bethesda.
All right.
And you can go.
And that is where I checked the hell out because Bethesda, I want to say my two-piece. Bethesda showed 2 games that are not coming until next generation.
That is really bad.
So
That is really bad.
Bethesda can go screw themselves, and Todd Howard can go eat a dick.
Hey, Todd Coward is great.
Yeah, you're
I love
goddamn
Todd
right.
Coward.
Todd Coward come in and say, all right guys, I know you've been asking for it. Here's the 2 games, but they're for next generation. When is next generation coming?
Look,
We
I
don't
showed
know.
up. I showed up for 76. I
Gotcha.
stayed for Todd Coward.
So yeah, screw you guys for that. Assholes. But yeah, other than that, I mean, Wolfenstein looks cool, but I haven't played it, so I don't know. Doom looks cool, but I haven't played it, so I don't know.
The Andrew,
So
should be amazing.
pretty much everything looks cool, but I never played it, so I don't know. So screw them. I'm out. You guys can have fun talking about Bethesda's trash conference because it was trash. Fallout 76 was stupid. Looks dumb. All right, guys. Yes, I am hopping out on the middle of the freeway. No, I'm not.
Yes, because we record this in the middle of a fucking freeway.
Later,
Hey.
Bryce.
Later.
That's why it's called riding.
Let's ride with the biz. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's put this back up there.
Yeah. But me personally, I thought the Bethesda one was okay. The Andrew WK Rage 2 thing was hilarious.
It was cringy.
It was hilarious because no one saw it coming. I mean, it was a weird theme of this E3 of music.
Yeah, there was a lot of music.
It was very strange. But I think Rage 2 looked interesting. And that musical was hilarious. Wolfenstein, I think it could be interesting. His 2 daughters, they seem like they're cool.
Elder Scrolls Blades. Meh.
Meh. Fallout Shelter going on to the Switch and PC and
Meh.
PS4. Whatever.
Oh, Skyrim playable on Alexa.
That's real.
Yes,
That's
I know.
a real-
I need to still play it tonight. I need to go home and get it and play it. It's
That's-
free. It's free too.
Love it. That's hilarious. Great job on them for being their own trolls and at least acknowledging that. But on to the truly important one.
All right, 76.
Fallout 76.
What are your thoughts?
What
are you buying it on? Because I gotta buy it on the same thing. PC, right?
What do you think I'm gonna fucking buy it on?
All right, so we're all getting it on PC because Dallas is getting it too. So is Andrew. So is Ramon.
That's 2 people too many.
What?
Someone else I know is buying it. Well,
This is the problem. I have so many fucking questions.
I know that, but it's all logistical questions, and I would have liked to see the server number. Actually, I would have much preferred that, or if they just had a load game server list. No, here's random game server list. Yes, here's a list of servers. Would have much preferred that. I don't.
Or more so, I wish you could do a private thing.
You can do a private thing. They said you can.
No, I know you can play solo, which I'm happy about.
No. You can make it an invite-only game. You can make it an invite-only space.
Okay.
They actually talked about it.
So for all including people who would fuck up your shit or whatever.
Yeah, it's an invite.
So there we go.
You can make it an invite-only. But again, I don't know. Can I just invite the 4 people? So we're just playing co-op. Can I invite as many people as I want? And then we can create a team in the game?
I think you should be able to invite as many people as you want.
Who knows?
I have a feeling raids are gonna be fucking raids.
I mean,
No,
that's essentially what the nukes are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think about the nukes?
I think that could be funny.
I also think
Pete Hines has specifically said that they're hard to get. You are not supposed to get them a lot. You're not supposed to get them very often, and they are super annoyingly difficult to get because you have to go through a ton of shit to get it. You have to fight all the enemies there. You have to find the codes. You have to go in there and do it and deal with the fallout, and it's supposed to be difficult. I don't know how I feel about living in a game where everything I make can just be shot down by some asshole who's that determined.
Now, what I'm questioning is, yes, all your experience and stuff stays with you, but what happens when you build a shelter, right?
Mm-hmm.
You build a whole fucking settlement or something, and you join another random game. Does it keep your settlement?
Supposedly, they talked a lot about that's ownership, and they say they do ownership differently, so it might still be with you.
Because what I want to know is, it's like, do I have to go back to my own private one to keep that, or can I go into another one and it still maintains? The problem is then, it's like, well, what if somebody else has a shelter in that exact location that you did, and you merge the two fucking games or something like that, and now it's like, oh, well, fuck, we just broke it.
I don't think you can do that, because...
I have so many questions.
Well, what I want to know is, I want to know how the inventory system works. Like, in order for this to work, you kind of have to live in a world where you don't have carry weight limit.
I'm almost certain this will be the first game with no VATs.
They've said there's VATs. It's real time.
It's real time VATs.
Pete Hines has specifically said there's real time VATs because they wanted to. He said he wanted to make it so that your character can be good at something, even if you're not specifically that skilled at it. So you can level up your VATS proficiency with like a rifle or a pistol.
God, that's gonna be fucking terrifying.
You don't,
because VATS is always great for slowing down, right?
They don't pause it though.
I know. It still goes at real time. So now when I have something fucking charging at me and I'm trying to select parts,
Q.
I'm getting fucking like murdered, and I'm like, oh god. I feel like VATS is gonna be really good for range and not anything up close.
I will be interested to see how they do it, because I hope it's good. And I like the idea.
It has to be a different UI for it, because they can't do it the same way.
I agree.
You still have to find a way of like being able to move around and fucking hit things while you're still selecting shit at the same time, which is going to be bonkers UI-wise.
It will, which I'm wondering if then the Pip-Boy UI won't be the same menu-based system. Maybe it'll be a little easier to use.
Oh yeah, because time doesn't stop either.
Yeah.
Well, it's less. That one's not too bad for me.
But like, see, then I'm wondering if they're also going to have like not just your dedicated quick bar stuff, which is where you had to put your stim packs and all that, but if they'll have a dedicated heal button, as well as maybe if they're even, I don't even know if they're going to have changing ammo types in this game. I kind of doubt they will, because that was more of an Obsidian thing, and there's only a small sect of the mod community who really likes that. Well, decent.
Oh yeah, I wonder how mods will work.
Paid. They won't be external, I don't think. Because this is going to be an online exclusive game, that now gives them a reason to say that for security reasons and for affecting on how the...
So now we all have to do sign up for the fucking Creation Club.
Yes. But...
Dude, that shit's expensive, man.
Yeah, I know it is, but at the same time, because this is it's a server-based multiplayer game, there's never going to be any big mods that'll change great big systems. There'll be external ones that'll add armor, or that will give you some custom paint jobs, or I don't know, maybe make your ass bigger.
Okay, we need to make mods now and make money off of this.
We're not good enough.
I am. Fuck you, I am.
You're no Fading Signal or Train Wiz or Eleonora, who are all actual modders. And
go look them up. Go support them.
Train Wiz, you're the best, and Eleonora's homes are the best as well.
We can start somewhere. Everyone's got to start. We can do it.
They were actually at the Bethesda conference. They shifted the camera to Fading Signal and Eleonora because they're sitting next to each other.
Oh,
that was cool. But I don't think they're going to do most of that. I don't know how quests are going to work, which is what...
No, you get them for the Overseer.
No, but I mean like quest mods.
Oh, quest mods.
Because there are some amazing Fallout quest mods
Yeah, here's
out there.
The other weird thing is no more Raiders. Raiders aren't technically... Raiders will be the players, essentially.
Yeah, but it is weird there's still super mutants in this game, because they're being created right now in California.
Yeah, I know, with the FEV.
Oh, yeah, this is the FEV, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
They're being created by the Master.
I don't entirely understand that one, but whatever.
Whatever. The new monsters look cool. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, the new monsters look great. They look horrifying.
Awesome. Especially that sloth. That sloth looks scary.
Fucking, what is, like, ghouls, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, ghouls will always exist.
Now, will there be talking ghouls? Same ghouls.
There have all... I don't know. I would assume
because then we can actually have some NPCs in the world. Otherwise, we don't have any fucking NPCs.
Well, no, there has to be, because even now there are ghouls who they've lived since before the bombs dropped, so they had to live through the dark times. So yes, there has to be talking ghouls at any point.
But then those and potential super mutants are only NPCs? Because maybe robots or AI too, but people will not be NPCs in this game. Well, because remember, no one else. There's no nearby vault, right? It's just 76.
It's just 76.
It's just 76, which is also one of the first games, I could be wrong, this is all speculation, where 76 is the only vault in the fucking map.
Well, let's see. Fallouts 1 and 2 had more than one. 3, New Vegas, and 4 all had more than
they
one.
had a fuck ton.
I never played Tactics, so it could be wrong. It could be that.
Oh, well, fuck off with that. I meant the games where you're actually fucking first person walking around.
Then, as far as I'm aware, yes, each one has had more than one vault per game.
Yes, so this one might be the first one where, you know, there's only...
But at the same time, this is the earliest game in the entire franchise we've ever been in.
This is also the first vault, one of the first vaults to open, so...
It was the first vault to open, I think. It might be.
Yeah.
At least scheduled.
What I don't actually get is 25 years after Nuke.
Look, even 100 years after Nuke, everything would be irradiated. The Fallout universe can never exist because the moment we all step up, we die. Nothing could live on this long. You need like thousands of years before irradiation, before
That's not entirely true.
the half-life goes away and there's enough radiation for us to go up and not die from it. Yeah.
That's not entirely true.
The amount of time that they wait in the Fallout universe.
Game theorists already talked about this quite a bit.
I thought he said it's not enough.
No, at the bomb's epicenter to a certain like fucking distance. Yeah, that'll take forever.
Okay, but there wasn't just one bomb.
There were several, but
There were a
I don't think
ton.
there's actually any craters in that map, or are there? No, I don't think there are.
Not really. But it's also been hundreds of years, so the wind may have covered it up. I don't know if it's possible.
It hasn't been hundreds of years, it's been 25.
Again, I'm not talking about 76, I'm talking about the other Fallout games.
Oh, the other Fallout games, yeah, no, you actually can go to bomb zones, and they're super fucking radiated.
Well, I mean, like, you can try to go to the White House in 3, and then you can't because there's an invisible wall, but it's also because it bombed and irradiated. But,
The fucking glowing sea.
again, I never got that far in Fallout 4. I just don't like it.
Glowing sea is quite hardcore. It's great, actually.
There is a mod that adds Godzilla, which is just a gigantic death claw, and gives you the fire lance to fight him.
Oh, what do you think about the flying enemies? The actual flying enemies, not bloat flies and all that other shit. The actual fucking
Oh, they look
flying...
like the dark ones from Metro.
Yeah, they do look like the dark ones, don't they? No, they don't. They don't look like the fucking dark ones. They look like, shit, what are they called? I forgot. They're not the dark ones. There's these, like, fucking... All I know is Bourbon calls them beaches.
Oh yeah, we also skipped over Metro the next one.
Exodus.
Exodus.
I'm quite excited.
Yeah, looks good.
But yes, we will definitely be getting the fucking Fallout. We're probably gonna try to get into the beta.
Yes, I need to go sign up for that.
You have to go pre-order the game. And at the moment, they only specify that the beta is for the Xbox. At this moment. It will be for other things, but right now, I mean, not that it's out right now, but
I know,
they've
yeah.
only announced it currently for the Xbox.
Yeah, well, then maybe fuck that, because I don't own an Xbox, so I'm not gonna buy one.
Nor will I.
Stupid. But I think it looks interesting. I'm
Just, I mean, my first worry is like, please don't turn this into fucking ESO.
Yes, please do not.
Please do not make this ESO. And then it's like, no, it's just Fallout. Well, you can just play with people.
But that also reminds me, can we trade?
Probably.
We'll be able to trade and or sell to each other. In that case, can I name my own price?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no. I believe that was actually a thing.
I would like to buy, I just need to buy a piece of ammo for you. It's 1,000 caps. But I need the ammo, exactly.
And then he pulls out a fucking bat and he beats you to death.
But I've just shot him with the ammo he needs, so now I get to take it.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, you had 2,000 caps. I should have charged more. I also don't know how money collection is going to work in this game, because every Fallout works kind of different on how much money is worth and what you can buy it from. Because, like, I would have assumed, naturally I would assume Fallout 76 will gain a cash equivalent to 4, but in New Vegas you gain money at a far greater rate than you do in 3. So maybe it is, maybe it's the same, maybe it's not.
Because you're the first vault to be opened up, you're technically the first people to establish an economy.
Do we create the idea of caps, maybe?
I think that'll be a given if you play in the game before. Because remember, you can just trade. You can just trade. And you can just be like, I'll give you these bullets for like a fucking whatever.
Did they say you could do that?
I'm pretty sure you can.
I didn't notice that then, but
I'm almost certain you can.
okay.
I don't think it's only cap space. It's stupid.
I also wonder how loot is going to work. Is it going to be a single item that everyone has to share between the entire party, or is everyone going to get their own individual piece, which means it could potentially be different if it's not a piece of specific quest gear?
I feel like in a game like this, with the way they're doing it, because it's a few dozen people and not just 4, individual items.
See, that's what I would think too.
Also, it hammers home on the survivability.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to survive. Because it's not like, let's say you open up a fucking chest or something, and you, for random, whatever reason, you find power armor parts.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's not going to get them. It'd be broken. Same with armor, or like, not armor, but same with ammo. Everyone's not going to get them.
Okay, but at the same time, this is also the Fallout universe. A game, all of the games, once you get past the first few hours, have basically just shoved loot into your face.
I think it'll be that way in harder areas. And knowing us, we'll try to find a way to game it.
Well,
we immediately go to one of the hardest areas.
Look, if there's
steal shit.
Look, if there's always a way to mess with NPC vendors. There's always a way to abuse them.
There won't be NPC vendors in this. Well, I don't think there will be NPC vendors in this.
I don't know. There could be.
Ghouls, actually, never mind. I take that back. Ghouls. And
robots.
And the only people you now have to really worry about sneaking around is not the NPCs, it's other fucking players.
Yeah, I do know that I'm pretty sure the perk chart is coming back, and I am wondering.
I wonder what fucking increased stealth will do against other players.
Make you physically invisible. Or you know what?
I want the Chinese stealth suit.
Actually,
We're in West Virginia again. Come on. I want the Chinese stealth suit. Damn it.
What it will probably do is it'll determine how far your red blip appears on the enemy compass.
It'll probably also determine if you make footstep sounds.
Yes, as well as that. And then I'll bet it'll determine any
foliage sounds?
Sneak attack multipliers.
Ah, yes. Those are, yeah.
Yeah, those matter a lot. But
wait, sleeping will no longer be a thing, nor will waiting.
It can't be, can it?
Nope.
Yeah.
You can't do anything that manipulates the time.
Yeah. That means it has to be a real-time day-night cycle.
Yep. So you can no longer sleep. Your character's just always awake.
Wait. There can't be sneak in this game with a sneak multiplier. How do you determine a sneak multiplier if there's no NPC radius for the game to read as detecting you or not?
Yes, I can actually answer that one. Hypothetically. This is a complete theory. Not theory. Hypothesis. Complete hypothesis. You are not registered until the player has seen you. Because remember, when
the player card thing appearing.
Not player card, but like physically when you fucking look at whatever you're seeing on your screen, your game has to fucking draw it, right? It has to build it all there.
Yeah.
It's to show you everything on screen. So if you're just within view for maybe a certain amount of time, it'll then be like appeared. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I did also...
Or you could do shit where it's like if you shoot somebody in the back, whatever constitutes the back of a hitbox, you do more damage. Yeah. Despite being stealth or not.
I did also see, they were talking about how... What was it? Well, first they were talking about how if someone keeps targeting you again and again, the game will kind of track that and spawn you in an area where it's more difficult for that person or these NPCs that are constantly killing you to find you, to give you some reprieve from just being targeted by some dick.
Now, I'm wondering, if you start the game,
but
right?
That wasn't what we were talking about. It was something else.
What?
That wasn't what we were talking about. I'm trying to remember what else they said about engagement, because they actually talked a little bit in this interview about engagement and how you kind of like you kind of have to consent in a way
what?
to engaging with someone in terms of like combat. I don't know how true that is or if I'm misinterpreting it.
I feel like the consent would be I aim my rifle down.
But it's like if you look at the trailer, they only were able to hit each other after the guy's player card popped up as he got close. So I wonder if that has to do with it. Like, maybe you can't hurt each other until you're both registered in each other's radius, and then that eliminates
that would defeat the purpose of sneaking.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's the thing, though. But there are NPC enemies, so maybe you still need that to sneak around things like super mutants, because they did see super mutants
they are in
the world. So maybe sneak still matters, but to those NPC characters instead of real people, which then will create this separation of PvP versus PvE skills. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you can have like different skill tabs where you have one for dealing with other people and
What
one
it
for dealing with
sounds like
enemies.
is we have to wait for more information.
So many questions.
I do like what they called the beta. The acronym they had for the beta.
What do they call it again?
Fuck. It is break it.
Oh yeah.
It's break it early.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because it was the break early tests something. Yeah, it's beta is an acronym for something that they came up with.
Break early test application. No.
I think you're right. I think it's break early test application.
Something like that.
Yeah, because it's through Vault Tech technically.
Yes. All right. Well, so this is where we should conclude riding with the biz. We've been here a fucking while. I'm just generally tired. All right. Thank you guys for riding with the biz. God, I'm gonna have to find a way to break this up. It's gonna be some fun editing.
Oh yeah, have fun doing 45 minutes of The Last of Us.
Oh,
Did you forget?
I have so much to cut. Ah!